doing? It's good to see you. I feel like I haven't talked to you, just us, just me and you forever, forever. And I know it kind of has been that way, hasn't it? Hello, Buckeye. Um, it has been that way because I've been working with Humanetics and I've put out a few videos on various things, but we haven't had us time, us time. I love that us time. And I know it's the middle of the morning. I don't even know. I'll tell you. I wanted to do a members only last Sunday, and I had planned to do that to just talk about some things with y'all. And yeah, it the last month, but especially the last week and a half has been a crazy disaster. And so I was not even in town on Sunday evening. So couldn't do that. Um but I just kind of want to catch up on you. And I know most of you, maybe at work or whatever, and you will see this on the replay. So feel free to remember to give a thumbs up and like, but tell me what's going on. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. All right. Um, I am doing this on what is today? Today is Thursday. Thursday. I'm doing this on Thursday in the middle of the morning because we have a hurricane coming in. And for all of y'all Southern folks who are around the Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, all that kind of stuff, we're kind of bracing ourselves. It's not looking good. So I don't know. Later today, am I going to even have power? So when I get done here, this is not going to be a real long live. When I get done here, though, I'm going to go out and make sure I've already gotten some stuff, got to prepare for whatever. It could be loss of power, it could be tornadoes. I need to actually charge up my weather radio. So lots of stuff going on, but I just missed you so much that I wanted to say hi and let you know um, what I'm doing with this channel. Hope all of you all in the Southeast region are prepared for the hurricane. But yeah, where am I going with this channel? That's not an announcement, y'all. That's a question. Where am I going? I don't know. No. I'm throwing out some stuff that's on my mind, and I thought I had an idea the other day. I was like, oh, yes, that would be a great direction. And as I was preparing for that, my mom actually called me, and she goes back to videos I had done several months ago, and she's like, "You have to do this. You need to expound. You need to blah blah blah." And I'm like, I told her, I said, I literally do not know what I said in those videos. I had to go back and watch them. So I don't know. I'm toying with it. Y'all got any ideas? My ghost stories channel, I'm working very hard on, so y'all can see that I'm very close to 5,000 subscribers over there, and I'm super excited about that because I really I took a long break, and I really only started working that channel about in April, or no, I take that back. I really didn't even start working it until into May or June. So I'm excited. But there are some things that I want to talk about. If you are in the chat, I see y'all. I see y'all. I see people are watching. Say hello in the chat. Just say good morning, whatever. There were several things I did want to talk about though. Um, True crime being one of them. Y'all know I love true crime. I love it. It doesn't seem to really love me that much though. Hello, nobody, nothing. You know what? I started to watch the prof. I was watching one stream, and then I got off of there and I saw the prof was on, and honestly, I had worked a very long time yesterday, and I thought I can't process. I was just exhausted. And so I thought, I'm glad you said that though, because I'm going to go back and watch it. I think it's probably been, I don't know, it's been a couple of days or a week since I talked to the prof at all. Um, Usually we stay in touch here and there. text mostly. He's been putting out some great stuff. So if you see this, props to you. Great stuff you've been putting out. I am sure it is making a lot of people very uncomfortable, as it should. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I will say this. Let me share with you. I was watching CJ, and let me see if this is where I've got it. I will put down the link to this. Hold on, let me find the link to this video. I'm going to put it in the chat, this specific one. He is working on Sebastian Rogers. So let me put this in the chat. This particular video, God, y'all, the stuff that he has been going through and the searchers, y'all remember back a few months ago, I searched with them. I don't like the way this is set up. How did I do this before? There we go. That's better. And let me just say this: between Riley Strain and Sebastian Rogers, those were some of the most memorable and exciting, happy days of my whole life. To feel like I was out there actually trying to do something very, effective, and it was fun. It was hard work, no doubt, no sleep. Don't know what day it is. Where am I supposed to be? When am I supposed to be there? All that stuff. It was hard. It was tough, but I enjoyed every minute of it. And now I just want you to watch this one. Um, Look, I will tell you this, and here is my opinion. Y'all can like it or not like it. Y'all people, not you, lovely people in my chat, because y'all are beautiful. Um, Let me show a couple of things though too. Let me just highlight y'all. Let me go back up to Buckeye. Hi Awatha, good to see you. Gosh, see when I don't do stuff like this, I don't get to talk to y'all, do I? And I'll tell you kind of what's going on with me in a minute. Digital, good to see you. Margaret, good to see you all. I promise I'm going to be doing something on this channel. I just don't know what. It's up in the air. So yeah, suggestions. But no, the Sebastian Rogers things. Let me say this. Anybody, they are. CJ is working with Narc Divers and Busby Adventures, and you know what? I don't understand the hate. I really don't. I don't understand. And for anybody who's out there searching, let me say this. I have a big problem. Here are big red flags to me, okay? If you are the parent or relative or friend or whatever of Sebastian or his family, and people are out here legitimately just trying to help, trying to search, why is there such opposition? Because to me, this is a huge red flag. Why are you going to disable somebody's vehicle, give them threats? I mean, when I was out there, there were gunshots. Why are you going to do all this if you don't have anything to hide? This is my question. And I'm not saying that a certain person or persons are doing this, but somebody is doing this. And that makes me very suspicious. You only do stuff like that if you don't want the truth to come out. You know? It is what it is. Sorry. Truth. Hiawatha. I've missed you too, Hiawatha. I'm not going to get a direct hit by the hurricane because I am in the northern part of Alabama, but I am not immune to it because of the way they're tracking it. It goes up like more on the east side of Alabama, but then tracks back over to the north. It just makes a little curve. I'm right there, right in that big patch of crap that's coming. So, what we usually get from hurricanes is tornadoes. We usually get bad tornadoes and stuff like that. So, yeah, hopefully not. So, what do y'all think about Sebastian Rogers? I've heard these are rumors. Okay, I will not. I can't vet this. Okay, so it is what it is. My opinion. Hello, Nancy Drew. Aw. I have missed y'all so much. Mob Crew has been doing some interesting work. I saw, like, I did see some of Mob Crew. I don't have a whole lot of time, but I did like skim through some Mob Crew stuff. Um, Here's the thing. According to Dog, again, this was not in print. We don't have a recording, but according to one of the reports I watched with Dog the Bounty Hunter, which, by the way, I love Dog, love, love, love Dog, always have. But he said that CP, I'm gonna say it that way, um, early in the game said that Sebastian would never, or no, not early in the game, but was talking to Dog, I guess, in this, the way I'm understanding it, and told him that Sebastian would never be found. Now, you cannot, if that is true, okay, this is a if, in my opinion, allegedly, right? Don't come after me. I'm just repeating the tea, okay? That's what we're doing. We're spilling the tea this morning. Jeez. Have a drink. Mine's coffee. Anyway, if that is true, okay, then how could you say something? All right? How could you say something like, oh, he'll never be found, unless you know? I mean, that's what it sounds like. Now, I'm not saying that CP did anything, but if that whole story is true, then it's very sus, okay? I hate to say that about anybody who's missing a child, all right? Um, sleep it well. Uh, Buckeye. Okay, Mob Crew is looking into the car that was around the house that night. Yes, that's the part of that that I watched. It is. I found that very interesting for sure. So, again, we're casting. Look. I'm sorry, but if you are missing a child, statistically, all right, even if you are 100% innocent, statistically, it is family members or close friends that have to do with a disappearance. Not always, of course, not always. Um, and then I heard another interview where Seth said something about early the first day that Sebastian was missing. Okay, this was it on Web Sleuths, y'all? Where I saw Seth get on there, and don't quote me on that. I've kind of been skipping around trying to see who's saying what. But there, supposedly, CP asked Seth what he was going to do if Sebastian was not alive. This is allegedly on the first day that Sebastian was missing. To me, that is horrifying, and I cannot imagine somebody saying that to me on the first day. I'm pretty sure it would not have went well with their soul. Because you have all the hope in the world. Why would you even think something like this? We are not even 24 hours into somebody being missing. That is sus if that is true. What do y'all think? Let's see. Margaret says the routed manholes do lead to creek. If the dogs jumped in because they smelled, it might have been from the drainage to a pond. Yeah, and I think I have not gotten to see it yet, but I think CJ also has a video this morning on his channel about a manhole somewhere. I just, like I said, I haven't had time to catch up. Um, yeah, the dogs did hit. So, and I'm just gonna say this: I don't, I don't necessarily think that Sebastian is still close by, but I will say this: when we were down at the retention pond and people were going through the pond, remember the mud? This was all back in April, and it's on my channel, it's on CJ's channel. You can hear the gunshots. My question is, why do you have gunshots if somebody is not close or close to finding a clue? You know what I'm saying? I've just thought about that. I'm like, there weren't gunshots other places. Why there? And I have questions about the cemetery as well. I'm going to keep most of those in my head for right now, but I do have questions. Hey, Four Pits, what's up? Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope you are doing great. Um, yeah, have been skirting Delphi for a lot of reasons. I'll do some more videos on Delphi. I almost did one last week, and then I thought, how much of a headache do I really need? But mostly that is because of my family drama. Hi, Bonnie. I know I haven't been on here. I've been doing stuff with the Humanetics on this channel and on our new channel and on my Ghost Story channel, but I haven't been doing a whole lot with Silky Southern. Margaret said, yeah, Michelle had one as well. Construction is high point. Oh, did Michelle have one? I didn't see hers. I've always had questions about that cemetery. Let me just go ahead and tell you what I think. I want to know. Can somebody find out? I don't know. Just because I may lose connection here in this hurricane. I began to wonder, was anyone buried in that cemetery around the time, like within a week, give or take, of Sebastian going missing? And I say that because there was a case that almost was never solved. I don't think it would have been solved, but I think there was a confession. I don't know, something like that, where a person was unalived and buried on top of a a new grave. Okay, someone, they had the funeral, you had the casket down there, and then somebody came and buried a new body on top of that casket. Well, there was nothing suspicious, right? Because that ground was turned up for a reason. And it was one of those things that was almost never solved, but eventually was. And yeah, that was so, I began to wonder, you got gunshots, you got a dog hitting. I would say he was there at some point. Now, whether that was after he disappeared or some other time, I don't know. But it seems kind of suspicious that all of the drone, remember that day that we were out there, the drone was like buzzing our heads, and then you had the gunshots. Like, why all this activity for a retention pond unless it's making somebody nervous? And who the person or people are that it made nervous, I could not say. For sure, definitely have my opinions, but that's all they are, is opinions. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Could the water lead to spreading illness? It could, depending on if it's capped off anywhere. Where is it going? Is it into a feed of anything else? I don't know. Um, yeah, Four Pits Delphi is definitely a battlefield, no doubt, no doubt. Um, yeah, I need to catch up too, because that Delphi stuff will be coming out, and soon, more stuff. So I really need to keep up with that. But yeah, that's what's going on with Sebastian Rogers, and so more people, I think, are beginning to search the area. Um, I just feel like people need to do something constructive. Um, but all this hatred and all of this slander and stuff like that, it's completely unnecessary unless you have something to hide, or unless you're just a piece of crap person, which, some people, they are. But basically, yeah, that's what we're looking at. So, I mean, I would love to maybe go back and try to help at some point. There's a lot of stuff to think about with that one, like just a lot. But I do hope that they get some answers in this case for sure. And and also Summer Wells. I mean, what the crap? Uh, let's see. Margaret says Delphi can't decide which side the girls are actually found on. Yeah, you know what? There's so much about Delphi not only where, so much here or there, where they were but the time, the manner, like there's so much. Like that is one of the deepest rabbit holes I've ever seen in my whole life. It is a hot mess. But yeah, shout out to the prof for I know he's doing some good work there. Yeah, some of you gonna hate me for that, but whatever. Sorry. He is doing some good work. Whatever. Some we like some people, we don't like some people. I'd have no problems with the prof. But, some people don't like me either, in which I have to say, what is wrong with you? I am a delight. I can't even say that with a straight face. It is what it is. Okay. Um. Okay, Four Pits. What are you saying? Noe and I took a canoe trip down the banks of Deer Creek. When did you do that? Was it like early on, or has it been recent? Uh. Let's see. Palms was dropping last night. Um. You know what? I'm gonna have to. Are you're talking about the prof? Yeah, I honestly wanted to get in chat and watch it, and I have been sick. Let me just tell y'all, I have been sick for a solid month. A solid month. It's been one thing after another, and that doesn't happen to me. Like I rarely get sick. But then yesterday, I was at work, and I thought, okay, it should be good. I'm good. And all of a sudden, I could feel an infection in my jaw, and I'm still puffy. My face has been like a balloon for the last over 30 days, and I was in a lot of pain. And I took some antibiotics, and I just went to bed. I just couldn't stay up anymore. But I will definitely be checking that out. Ain't that the truth? Digital opinions not allowed in Delphi. um, Sebastian Case has so much drama. Let's see. What were you saying, Buckeye? Let me go back up here. Sebastian Case has so much drama, I have to take breaks from it. Yeah. So many suspicious people and actions there. 100%. Yeah. It's like, it's kind of like Delphi. You need to take a break. Just say, you know what? Y'all people are nuts. I'm going to go have a cup of coffee and chill elsewhere. Um, let's see. I need to get with the prof and see if I would love for him to come on here and catch me up personally. I don't know if he has time to do a show. I don't know if I have time to do a show. Let me just tell y'all while you're here and people on the replay, I am going to be changing jobs. I work this weekend. This is my last at the jail. I've taken a completely different position, and I have struggled so hard with this decision. So hard. I feel like I needed to, but part of me doesn't want to. Does that make sense? I love my coworkers and my job at the jail. But this is going to be an administrative job, but it's going to be from 3 to 11 Monday through Friday. So I will have no lives at night except on the weekends. And I'm gonna have to squeeze it all in. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Um, I think Hiawatha asked me about the humanetics. Yes, we are still doing stuff. I think we've had 2 weeks on the channel, the YouTube channel. If you put at the humanetics, you should be able to find it. We're trying to upload some more stuff. It's still, um, but we're trying. We're trying. Um, yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll text the prof Nancy and see if I can uh, get him to come on. Um, but yeah, so if you don't see me, if I'm on here weird times and I don't know what I'm doing, it's because of I'll still have a week or two where I'm working in the daytime. So probably for the next 2 weeks, I'm guessing at least I'll be days, but it's gonna be difficult. I feel like Buckeye, it is a good move. It's certainly a lot more money. but I don't know. There were a lot of factors going into that. So I just wanted you to know, like, and family drama, and not all of it's bad. I shared some on the humanetics the other night. I'm like, did I even put that on public review? Did I say that? That was not bright. It's been some of it has been horrendous, and some of it's just it is what it is. My dad is in the hospital right now, so my life has been a crapshoot on top of being sick for the last month. So that's where we are now. There are some other things. What other things are on your mind? Because I've seen wanted to talk a little bit about and this is going to be back on that religious horse breaking stuff that has made me so angry. Um, as far as Sebastian goes, like, y'all support the good people, the people who are searching, the people who are trying to make a difference and not bashing people. That would be great. Um, and yeah, I'm anxious to see where that's going to go. Now, Delphi, another story. All right, but let me take you to, man, this just got my goat. I don't even know where I don't know where that expression came from, but wait, let me do this. Okay, again, I did leave the link to that video. I think it's very interesting. Y'all should watch it. Let me see if this is it. Yes, because it starts, well, this is actually started last year. And I was not real familiar with this, but I did want to get on my soapbox a little bit. Oh, yes, that was another thing. Thank you, Digital. That was another thing I wanted to bring up. Uh I wanted to find an article, and I'm just running out of time. Um I wanted to find an article about that. I did read all about that. Let me, if you didn't hear about that Kentucky sheriff and the judge, let me just tell you before we go here. There was a sheriff who walked into, was it in the courtroom, y'all, or was it in his office? He walks into a judge's office with armed with a weapon and pews him uh down. Okay, he is deceased because the judge was messing with the sheriff's underage daughter. And in my opinion, this is as a parent. I'm not saying it's legally correct. My opinion, the sheriff did not a dang thing wrong. I mean, no, I mean, look, I, I can understand though the anger, and if you didn't hear about that, wow, that is a whole can of worms. Do I think the sheriff should be prosecuted to the fullest extent? No, I don't. No, I don't. I think that's what you call one of those crimes of passion, right? And there should be some leniency. I would have no brains, or act appropriately if something like that happened. Um, let's see. That is so funny. When I said who that gets my goat, Nancy Drew says the phrase is probably from a Mason. You're right. It probably is. What do they say? That's riding the goat. Yeah, that's a whole can of yuck. Um, what happened to Micah Miller? Well, I mean, I tried to get out of that cesspool too. I could see where that was going. I don't think they've found any evidence yet. I feel sure that people aren't going to let this go, and I feel relatively confident that people are still looking into it. And when I say people, I don't mean like just reporters, but which are very important, by the way. But I believe that the authorities are also looking into putting stuff in there, creating a timeline, creating suspicion. And kudos to the people there. locally who are not giving up. The protests are still going on. So, um, yeah, I have every hope and prayer that something will come out of that. Uh, let's see. Let me see what else you were saying. Okay, Hiawatha says, I think the sheriff was afraid what judge was going to tell feds. What about what, Hiawatha? Was there something more to that? See, again, I haven't even looked into this. Do y'all want me to pull up an article? Or if somebody has an article or something that I can look at, throw it in the links down here and we'll look at it together. Um, let's see. Nobody, nothing. There is some other federal engage. Well, I can't even talk. Investigations where a cop saw a lady at the courthouse. At least that's what I was seeing in chats. Huh. Yeah, see, this whole thing that came up, what this was like last week, this is when my whole family was coming apart. And uh if you were one of the ones that heard my confession on the humanetics, I also this close to going to jail myself. And yeah, it was probably going to be a no bond or very high one. It was bad. It was really bad. Um let's see. Margaret says it's going to be a hard one if she was with child. What dad wants to see the old man have his daughter like that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really do want to look into. Maybe I'll just do a whole video about that one. Um, there were federal investigations going on. Yeah, and here's the thing: when there is so much, y'all, this whole what do y'all think? All right, let me off topic. Not what I've got pulled up. What do y'all think about this P Diddy stuff and TD Jakes and all of the people? Like all this stuff that's coming out. I've been, I saw, did any of y'all see that Cat Williams interview earlier this year? Wasn't it was it like early this year, end of last year, or early 2024? Man, I sat there watching the Cat Williams interview and I thought this. I'm like, either this guy is completely insane or this is true and it is the most horrific thing I've ever heard. um I had to question, and I like Cat Williams, but um I had to question his sanity, whether it was true or not, for getting up and saying everything that he did, because how many people, you know drop like flies, mysterious circumstances, or, unalive themselves by shooting themselves in the back of the head from, 10 feet away. Yeah, you know how that happens all the time. Like, just happens. Don't know how they do it. They're skilled. You know what I'm saying, though? I I was shocked and I thought either, yeah, but there are some other things. So if you haven't seen that one, I think you can find the whole interview. It's on, what was that? Is it Club? What did I say? Club Shay Shay? Or anyway, look up the Cat Williams interview. And man, I I wondered how long Cat was going to stay alive after that interview. But he spells it all out there. I mean, not just P Diddy, but a whole lot of stuff going on. I'm like, you know what? You have all my respect. You have it all for being able to get up and say that. And I don't know how, if I could sleep at night and maybe in an armored box. I would be really worried if I had said that kind of stuff on a huge platform. But hey, he said, if y'all watch that interview, he said it's all going to happen. It's all coming down in 2024. Buddy, was he right? So, yay for you, Cat Williams. And also, who is it? What's her name? Jaguar, right? She has a lot of things to say too. Man, you can go deep in a rabbit hole on that one. Um, Okay, let me see what y'all are saying. Oh my gosh. Oh, obviously this is something I need to cover, and maybe I will just not go into the other stuff I was going to go into. Um, Hiawatha says, I had heard the rumor about the judge, but then watched a, a couple of court TV shows about it. There were federal engagement. Okay. And Digital said, okay, I'm catching up, y'all. Allegations of deputies using judges' chambers to assault females. Ah, sheriff was scheduled to testify. Personally, I think that is not related to judge versus sheriff. Well, here's the thing: if you're gonna assault somebody's daughter, I mean, like you're doing it already, right? You're already assaulting people. You're already a criminal committing heinous crimes. In my opinion, you don't start there. That's the thing. And as you look at even one of the things when I was studying Delphi, um, there was somebody, and I don't even know, y'all. Probably somebody probably knows what I'm talking about. There were some news reports or a video or something about all the burglaries that had gone on in Delphi in the past the prior few months and after the unalivings of Abby and Libby. And they were showing how there is a direct correlation between robbery. No, not robbery, burglary. Because robbery is when someone is present, like you're presently holding them up or whatever. Burglary is when there's nobody home. Burglary and unaliving, which is strange to me because I really had never heard that so much. But it's true. I went back and I started studying other SKs and cases from a long time ago, and they did start their criminal activities with petty theft and burglary. So, if you looked at some of the people who were involved in some of that stuff, you had, I'll just say this, you had more potential suspects. But did they ever look at them? Probably not. Probably not. Um, okay, let's see. Hiawatha says apparently a deputy had been making women on bracelets have relations with him, and the sheriff had been deposed a few days before about his knowledge. Kate Williams said the truth will come. Cat Williams. Yeah, absolutely. Um, so okay, because when you're on and when you have the bracelets on, that's like you're monitored, usually on house arrest, but you sometimes they are able to go certain places like to work. You can't go, very far, but you can go here. You have to be certain times you're monitored. And basically it's like having a tracker on your cell phone. It's like Life 360 on a bracelet. Like people can see where you're at all the time. So, some people are allowed different things, but you are very much a captive if you have a bracelet on. So they are you talking about, I'm assuming that maybe a tracker, or are you talking about people in the jail? What do you mean by bracelets? Maybe I'm misinterpreting that. Um, yes, there is too much going on. Buckeye says, surprised that it took so long for P. Diddy to end up in jail. Well, friends in high places. And have you seen the reports that say prior to him, I think even prior to him becoming an artist, he was working with people to expose, I don't know, he was working with law enforcement in some way, like being, I don't know if he was a mole. I've seen different stories on him, but he actually did have something to do with that before he got famous. So maybe it was who he knew. Of course, once you've got a lot of money, you can pay a lot of people. And I was just listening to a report this morning that said when they raided Diddy's places, I think he had New York, and there were three different places, all right, that they raided. And it was a coordinated effort with the police, and they didn't tell the police who they were raiding. Okay, they had groups of people in these different states, and it was a coordinated effort to go in at one time. And they didn't let them know who they were doing because they knew already that some of the police were kind of on Diddy's payroll or had some kind of relationship with him where they weren't going to, they were going to tell or whatever. So they just said, "Okay, get ready. We're going to a raid." And dropped him off. And it said, the report I saw said that some of the officers did not even know it was Diddy's house until they saw his children in one of the places. So they did all this at one time, so people didn't have time to move stuff. It was just boom. And that is probably what took them so long, because there's been rumors for a long time. Probably what took so long to coordinate everything, and they're probably like, we got one chance at this, boys and girls. We got to do it, coordinate it, get it just right, and do it. So I don't know. That's what I think. Um, yes, and I will tell you this, Buckeye Clive Davis. What she says was Diddy's mentor and needs to be looked into. Also, yes, somebody. I want to tell you, there are several people who have mentioned that, so I'm thinking that they're not going to get off the radar. Also, digital. Okay, we're going back to like we're just boom, boom, boom. I hope y'all people have a little touch of ADD because we're going back and forth between cases right now. Um, Digital says the gas station across from the sheriff's office was robbed 3 times in those months. Wow. Yeah, who did that? Did they catch them, or is that just oh, okay, it was robbed? See, these are all things that you need to know. These things, sometimes the smallest details. Do y'all know how many times a case has been broken from small, tiny details? Just something that by itself would just seem irrelevant. But you put it together with a big picture, and then you're like, there you go. Um, let's see. It could be Nancy Drew. It could have been True Crime Design because I did watch a lot of her videos. Um, it could have been. I literally cannot remember now, but I remember, that was one of those little things. Just like file that away in the back of your head. Yes, talking about Clive Davis. Yes, he did control Whitney Houston. And who was the other person I was? It might have been Jaguar that I was listening to this morning. It was crazy, crazy, crazy stuff that's out there. And I mean, how do y'all think? Like, I don't want to start a war here, but I've already alluded to this. There is no proof that we have seen right now. But I'll say this. Look, y'all know I'm a Christian person, but I will be shocked, literally shocked, if TD Jakes did not participate in a lot of the shenanigans at P. Diddy's parties. Okay, why would you go? I want to tell you something. I don't care. I don't care who you are. If the former queen or whatever, president, whomever, demanded that I attend a function and I knew that's the function it was going to be, like if I already had a heads up, like there's some crazy crap going on, I would be like, nope, nope, no. You want to talk to me? Let's have lunch out in public with a lot of people. Don't be don't be asking me to, but I ain't going. Ain't happening. So do I think that, I mean, could somebody go to a party and not participate? I guess it's possible. But why would you? That's the thing. Why would you? I would not even want my face to be seen. That's the thing. Okay. I have had some vile friends before. I mean, people that I genuinely, they're not the best people. All right. I genuinely don't have a problem with them. I genuinely like them. But would I go hang out in a public place in a situation like that? No. No, I will love you as much as I can from over here, but I ain't going to one of them parties. Why would you do it? There is literally no reason for someone to go and show their face in such an abominable, oh, nasty. What is the word I'm thinking of? Like, I can't think of the word. It's really bad. But why would you put yourself in that situation? I wouldn't want to be around it. I would not want to be around it at all. Like, not even, hey, just come and say hi to everybody. No. My reputation and who I am as a person stands on places that I am seen at. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to partake. But if I am at a horrendous place, even if I don't partake of the situation, that is damaging to your reputation. Like, what the heck? So I would be shocked if he's Snow White. So that's just my opinion. I mean, my opinion. Um, let's see. What are y'all saying? Um, Digital says people on Diddy's videos wanted to get those videos. Yeah, the same as Epstein, right? Same thing. Uh, let's see. Wait. Back to Delphi. Digital. Which station? There is 3, all across from the cop shop. Yeah. We got 2 conversations going on. I am interested in that though too. Nancy Drew said, "Was TD Jakes the pastor who always wears white?" I don't know if he used to more. He wears all kind of colors. He is the African American pastor, big guy, like really big guy. Got a huge, huge church. He wears like bright colors. Um, yeah. uh TD Jake's quote, "I'm not spending the rest of my life apologizing for stuff I can't change." Well, I'm pretty sure I would have apologized at least for being there, even if I didn't do anything. I would be the first one to get up and say, "Y'all, I am I am literally, such a DA. I ended up at this place. That was such a bad call." Like, I would apologize forever for that one. My favorite quote of TD Jakes, and I've got a video of this. I'm sure you've seen it too. I've got it on my computer where he says, I mean, basically, if the allegations were true, even if it was true, all I'd have to do is sincerely repent. And, there's, in other words, there's enough power in the blood to cleanse everything. That one made me so mad. So mad because you are really imposing on God. You are supposing that He will forgive you. I mean, if you sincerely repent, yeah, He will. He's faithful and just to forgive. However, how sincere are you when that's your backup plan? I'm going to do what I want. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Forgiveness, yes. Should you step down from ministry forever? Yes. Said this before. Y'all know I'm harsh on that. What an attitude, though. Well, even if it's true, all I have to do is repent. That is how you want us to live as Christians? This is what you're teaching in your church? Oh, it doesn't matter what kind of crimes or what kind of debauchery I commit. All I have to do is ask for forgiveness. Ding, ding, ding. Free ticket to heaven. The heck is wrong with you? Dang, I'm going to get heated up. I'm trying to be chill. Daniel Berry, hello, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. Good morning to you. All right. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get into this other stuff because it is all church related. I might do a video on it. Yes. Christians are supposed to follow the law of the land too. Yes. And actually, we should be the ones holding the standard, right? All right. So what have we gotten to? I'm just so glad I spent some time with y'all today. I literally do have to get ready for the hurricane. Y'all get ready for the hurricane, even if you don't. Y'all in the south and southeast, make sure you got candles. Try to get a weather radio. It might be too late. Water, lots of water. Get something to cook with. If you don't have a gas grill, then make sure you got charcoal or you got a gas stove, whatever. We'll see. I will, if I don't lose power, I will go live at some point tomorrow, unless the weather's too bad. If not, it'll be next week. But please, yes, charge your phone. Thank you, Buckeye. Remember to charge your phone. That's a big one. And y'all, remember this. I know it seems like a simple thing, but me and my ex-husband had a huge fight back in 2011 because of his stupidity. I mean, I think he'd tell you that even now. It was his bad. But we had, like, I think it was April 27th of 2011. They told us for days, like, bad tornadoes, and you could see them coming across Texas and everything. It's going to hit Alabama. So the day before, I told him, I had a car, he had a truck. I said, you need to fill your truck up, and then when you drive it today, top it off again tonight. Like, make sure your truck is full of gas. I did that with my car. I put in gas twice before the tornado hit. And it was like, that's my husband impression. I'm just telling you, they're calling for tornadoes. Okay. And I'm like, whatever. Well, of course, we had the bad tornadoes that came through. And, the gas stations, there was no electricity for days and days. And so we couldn't get any gas. And he was like, I can't go anywhere because my truck is on empty. I'm like, yeah. Well, whose fault is that? I told you 3 times. Put gas in your truck. So, yeah, we had to drive my car. But I was so mad. And I think he learned something. Okay. So, again, I have to do that today as well. Even though I've got some gas, I'm topping it off. Like, keep your gas full, keep, all of these essentials. If you don't need them, great. But if you do, it's too late. All right. Hello, Shay Watson. He sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher. Yeah, he said, hey, I want to tell you what, that is not too far off from him. And actually, I saw him this past weekend. His daughter, my ex-stepdaughter, is our daughter's half-sister. She had a baby this weekend, which is why I couldn't do a live on Sunday night because I was in another city. But we're good friends. I want to say good. We're not like real close, but we're good friends. We always have been. Since the divorce, everything's been fine. So, but yeah, that impersonation of him, not too far off. I'm just telling you, pretty much what he sounds like. All right. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed this live. I just wanted to talk to y'all, and I probably will be doing some more videos. Probably have a more organized live, if not tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. Monday night will be on the Humanetics channel, and we will be talking about, I have no idea. I'm not doing that show. I'm just there. I provide articles. All right. I hope y'all have a great day. Stay safe, y'all. Stay safe. Watch out. Let me know. Put your links down. We want to dive into this judge sheriff thing. Give me some links. I will try to reach out to the prof and see what I can find out. At least listen to see what he's been saying. All right. Hey, Linda K. Yeah, I'm fixing to leave, but I hope you're doing great, love. I really do. All right. I will see you later. Whatever you